Okay. Hello friends, welcome to BISP Solutions. Myself Ashwin, and BISP Solutions is a tech company provide technological solutions across the world. So today's session is based on our that is cross selling using artificial neural network. Now we will predict cross selling prediction. So what is this cross selling? First of all, let us understand exactly what this cross selling mean. For example, I go to a shop and I buy a phone, right? Now they will suggest me the phone case, the screen protector, or the charger. This is called selling another things along with the main thing. For example, if I go with my kid to a stationery shop, okay, I purchase some books and notebooks, right? They will suggest me the table lamp also. They will suggest me to buy some colored pens also, or perfumed pencils also. They will suggest me like this. So these are called, and that is why company launches so many products as an accessory. If a person go with his child to a stationery shop, right? So they will showcase everything like perfumed pencils, perfumed pens, and some beautiful table lamps also. So these are the things which are sold along with the main item. A person is the intent of the person is to just buy the course books, right? Second standard course or third standard, whatever it may be. But at the after the shopping, the person buy some additional things also. That is called cross selling. If a customer buy TV, suggest a stand and remote stand, HDMI cable. Suppose here it is buy cake. If a customer buy cake, suggest candles or a knife. Buys a bottle of water, suggest a snacks or a juice. These type of things, these are called cross selling. Suppose if a customer buys a cleaning product, suggest related items like sponge, cleaning clothes, and spray bottles. So these are called the cross selling things. For example, before the computer in 80s 90s, people were doing the same thing, but at that time these things people were not focusing that this if we focus on this could increase our sale. So these are called cross selling. In olden days also, when you were going to buy anything, so the shop owner, the shopkeeper, used to show some additional things also, right? So that is called cross selling. Cross selling means selling some supporting items or the additional items as an accessories with that, or the supporting items with that, right? For example, let's take another example. Cross selling is a sales strategy where business tries to sell additional product, right? That's the correct word. Now cross sell, offer items that complements the product like coffee with a donut. Similarly, let's come here. How does cross sell strategy work? Sells the main product to the existing customer, that is fine, and entices the buyer to buy another product, right? So these are called, this will increase your sale. See, if a person comes to buy the school course books, right, book set, if you showcase them, sir, look at this, these are the perfumed pencils, perfumed pens we are having. So these are called additional sale. It will increase your additional sale, right? Now benefits of cross selling is what? Boost the sale revenue, that is obvious. Boost the sale revenue, improve customer relationship. When you suggest customer something additional, so customer also thinks that okay, whenever the new things comes, he will definitely suggest us. This is called trust building. You are building a trust in the customer, right? So in future, customer will listen whatever you say, and he can there is a chances that he can buy whatever you sell him. Reduces the marketing cost, right? maximum publicity is done by mouth publicity. So you don't need to do marketing. It reduces. It does not mean that you should stop the marketing, but it reduces your efforts in marketing, builds brand loyalty. So next time also, if the person has to purchase something, he will come to you. Promote the sales of unfamiliar product. Now there are so many products which are unfamiliar, but it promotes the sale of those unfamiliar product also. For example, let's take an example of pencil, colored pencil. Now colored pencil, in daily use nobody uses colored pencil. Only one type of pencil is used, that is made up of graphite, black color pencil. But if you promote, sir, look at this, your a person is buying a course syllabus books, right, for his child. So he will showcase them, sir, look at this, these are colored pencils, these are also used. Suppose a BE student is coming, or a IT developer is coming to buy something, you can also showcase them that these are the colored pencil, because most of the time higher authorities, they also use pencils for their presentation or any analysis type work. They also use colored pencils. So these are called promotes the sales of unfamiliar product. And then customer retention. Yeah, when you sell so many things to a customer, and customer comes to you again and again, so it's a guarantee that that customer will be forever for you. He will come forever, as long as he is residing in that particular area or colony. He will definitely come to you. It ensures that, right? So these are called cross-selling benefits. There are so many benefits of cross-sellings, and since childhood we all have seen these. But this today this cross-selling comes in business, and now we have to see this cross-selling, how it helps in business. It is coming from olden days. Okay, it's not a new concept. Now see here, predicting cross-selling. Now predicting cross-selling means exactly what? Now see, first of all, stage 1 is business understanding. First of all, understand whatever your business is. Stage 2, data collection. So now collect the data. Then stage 3, data preparation, right? Then exploratory data, then model selection, then model training. This is called complete. This process is shown for the PyTorch, how internally PyTorch works, artificial neural network. For us, it's a very simple thing that when you are keeping some stationary items, then definitely you should keep stapler and the glue stick, the liquid glue, and the colored pencil, perfumed pencil, everything. Whatever is required in this, whatever comes under the category of stationary items, right? So now let's come here, model training, then model evaluation, prediction, again model training, model evaluation. This is a cycle that repeats many times, that we call it epochs, right? So this is the internal process shown here, right? Now I will show you some practical how we have done the cross-selling items, right? Okay, now first of all, if I open this Excel sheet, okay, let me open in that only. First of all, I will create a new IPython file, that is interactive Python notebook. Okay, now see here we come, and I have already created some code here, like, right? First of all, what we need to do, we need to import all the necessary libraries, right? First import this, then later on I will show you on what data we are going to work on, right? I will hit the enter button. Now wait for 2-3 seconds. It takes time to import all the libraries which are required here. Now torch.nn, optimization, pandas is a very well known and familiar, you all are familiar about that. Matplotlib is the library to plot the diagram, and sklearn model selection for learning, and then pre-processing, and then accuracy, and then seaborn, right? Now it has done. Now let's see this. First of all, now first of all data definition. Now see here, what we need to do is data definition. See here, we have created one function that is cross cell dataset. Now we have to create one cross cell dataset function, and after that, inside that we have to convert the data into the tensor, right? Because everything works under the tensor part. Okay, now let's come here again. Here you will see we are going to now you see cross cell dataset is there and the cross cell model is there. We have created one model. Now in this model, what happens? See, model means exactly what? Model means input is taken, then some neural networks are created. This is first layer. Then whatever the output, out of that output again some neural networks are created. This is the second layer. Out of that only two neural networks, either yes or no, are created, and then either yes or no, one will be finalized, right? Same thing is here. Linear, first of all, the complete data is converted into 64 neural networks. Then ReLU activation function is used. This activation function reduces the negative number into 0, right? Again linear function is done, and then 32, right? 32 neural networks are created. Again whatever the output is, again the ReLU function is activated. This ReLU function is activated, that converts negative into 0. Again finally it becomes only yes or no. So two neural networks are created, binary classification, that is either yes or no, and finally only yes or no, one among these will be the output, right? Now let's come here again. You will see here, now our data load preparation is to be done. Now what is this data load preparation? Let me show you. Here comes okay, now DF. Now see, first of all, now just look at this. First of all, we imported libraries. Today we have talked about cross cell. First see the data, historical data, right? See here, age, income, product usage, customer type, and the label. Label means either yes or no, he has taken some cross cell item or not. Secondly, income is the main thing, that suppose if there are two persons, one person is from his income is very high, right? So definitely if you suggest something like, sir, we are having some perfumed pencils, you can try this, so he will, never mind, he will say okay, no problem, take this pencil. But another person who is having not that much salary or that much income, what he will do, he will just buy the limited items. Same thing, these are the factors that impacts your cross sell strategy, right? Customer type, product usage. This customer type 0 to 1 means temporary customer, first time customer, and the permanent customer. So that is why we are applying our formula on this type of historical data. Clear? So these are some factors. See, whenever we apply any type of prediction or regression technique, we use the historical data. The reason is that what are those factors that impact your strategy? So we take only those items, right? Okay, now let's come here again. Here you will see. Now see what I have done here. Now you all know that we take two variables, in which one is the independent variables and the another is dependent variable, right? X is the independent, so independent means whatever everything is already existing. He will take another item or extra item along with his main items. That yes or no depends, that is the dependent variable, and which are already existing means whatever his name, whatever his product usage, whatever his customer type. Suppose my income is very high and I use the shaving kit, right? So that is the product usage. Shaving kit, I use shaving cream, so I consume shaving cream like one pack, one tube per month. So in that case, what is the consumption rate of that? So this factor is also impacts that how often, how many times I visit the shop, right? So this is called the things which impact our strategy. Now let's go here also. Now scale the features. What we are doing here, scalar, standard scalar. Scalar is a function which is used to fit and transform the data, right? So access scaled is done. We have fit the data here. Then here access scale. Look at this. Since y is either 0 or 1, right? So right now there is no value in the y. Now what we have done, x train, x test, y train, y test, x train test split. Now x scaled, train, for training we use scaled, x scaled, right? Since y, there is nothing in that y, it's a dependent variable, we will calculate. Test size is 2, that means 20% is for testing purpose and 80% remaining is for training purpose, right? Now let's see this. Now we have to create a PyTorch data sets. So train data set and the test data set, cross cell data set. See, we have already created the above part, cross cell data set, right? So cross cell data set, inside this data set we pass the data, that is x train, y train. Cross cell data set, test data set, that is x test, y test, right? So we have done here. Now if I do it something like this, train, and if I x underscore train, look at this, right? So it converted into the numerical format. Okay, so now let's see this. Now train loader and test loader, we have already created data loader also. Data loader is used to load the data, right? Look at this. Look at this, train data set and test data set. We have tested the loaded the data. Now what we have done, now model setup. Our next step is model setup. So look at this, device equal to torch. Now model setup means either you have the laptop or the machine, whichever. So torch.device, CUDI if torch, else CPU. If you are working on a laptop, so it will use the CPU, right? And CUDI means if you are using any handheld machine, right? So this is for that. And criteria. Now criteria NN cross entropy loss, we are using cross entropy loss method. Optimizer equal to optim.atom and model.parameters and LR equal to 0.001. Now this is some technical, so this is as it is, you have to write down. Now see here, train the model. Now our best familiar function, that is the epochs. Epochs means, if you see here, this is last portion, these are called the epochs. That means the repetition which is used for training the model, right? So what here exactly what we are doing, first of all we decide that we have fixed the epochs, that is 20. Then train accuracy, whatever the training accuracy is there. after that train accuracy, whatever, append accuracy. And now what we are going to do here, just a second. Okay, now evaluation the all the test set. Now here what we have done, evaluation we have done, that how much our data is capable, how much our model is capable. So what we have done, we have created a function, and then for here you will see we have inserted the data, and now we have seen that this is 97% accurate. Now this is 97% accurate. Now we are going to plot this data. Now look at this, what this data is saying, that as the epochs run and our training accuracy is increased. Look at this, in first epoch, second epoch, like this way, this is the training accuracy, right? So according to training accuracy model, it is working fine, right? According to accuracy model. Then predict the new data. Now see here what we are doing, predicting the new data. So predict new, look at this. Now see here, so what we are going to do here, predict new, that is predicting new data. Now here what we have done, 45 60,000 8 1. Now what is this 45 60,000 8 and 1? Look at this, age is what, 45. 60,000 is the income, second column. Then product usage 8, and then customer type is 1. Now let's check this. Now see here, the predicted class for new customer, that is 0. Suppose if I enter like 18, and then let's see what happens. See, as I explained you earlier in this class, same session, that there are so many factors that impact on cross-selling strategy. Now see, what if I say that one person consume shaving kit, shaving tube, or the shaving cream 18 tubes per month. So in that case, look at this, the cross-selling is increased. But if I reduce his income, if I make it consumption as 1, in that case, look at this, it becomes 0. Suppose if I make it his income something like this. Now though his consumption is less, but his income is very high, so there is a possibility that he will buy. Let's suppose 20, make it age 20, income is like 90. Now see, income is less, age is 20, but suppose if the consumption of like pencil or anything, since the age is less but the consumption is very high, and suppose if the consumption is very less but income is very high, right? Consumption is very less but the income is high, still there is a chance that the customer might take cross sales items also, right? So there are so many criteria. See, PyTorch, AI, machine learning, deep learning, neural networks, everything, they work on historical data, right? So every time when you will apply these anything of like PyTorch modules or anything, we should take care about this different factors, and that is why we need the historical data. The historical data helps you a lot, right? Right now one shopkeeper is having 3 or 4 customers. Tomorrow he will be having like customers throughout India and world. So you can't ignore these type of techniques, so we have to use these techniques. Okay, so this is how the impact that we can see here. Now let's see this again one more. Now if I plot this actual versus the predicted value, actual value versus the predicted value. So what's this? Let me hit the enter button. Now look at this. The actual value blue and the predicted value is orange. Okay. So now you can see actual and predicted. Now the actual value and predicted value both are equal, and they are overlapping over each other, right? So that means since our model is 95% accurate, look at this somewhere, 95% is accurate, right? Similarly, so these are the prediction lines. The blue and the red line both are on the same line, and they are overlapping each other, right? So these are called actual and predicted repeat purchase. They both are coming one above the other. So this is how our prediction, what we say, cross selling prediction is done. And there are so many factors that impacts this strategy. So that is why I suggest you to watch this video twice, thrice, and if you face any difficulty, you can put down in the comment box, right? So guys, we will conclude our today's topic here only, and tomorrow we will see some new topics, right, with new information. So let's end up this session here only. And my again suggestion to those who are new for this channel, please like and subscribe the channel, right, and watch this video. And next in our tomorrow session, we will see something new topic. Okay guys, thanks for attending the session. Thank you.